Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Optimized Ecommerce Podcast. I'm Tanner Larsson, your host for this show. And today I'm joined by another BGS team member, Jeremy Friedland. Jeremy's been with us been with us as a customer for a very long time, but he'll tell you his story in a minute. But today we are going to go over a giveaway strategy that Jeremy has perfected. And I used a variation of it with email a long time ago, but Jeremy has taken that and added it into a Facebook Messenger strategy that's just super powerful. And we're going to show you how to use it, that giveaway strategy, and use giveaways in general to grow your e-commerce business, gain more customers, get more repeat buyers, do all kinds of really cool little marketing campaigns from within the Facebook Messenger platform, which obviously works really well because Messengers gets opened, whether it's on their cell phone or on their computer. You send a message, boom, it pops up and it gets engagement. So Jeremy, thanks for coming on today, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad to be here.
So, before we really get into the questions and stuff, why don't you kind of give people some background? Because this is actually your first episode, which is crazy because I figured we would have had you on a long time ago. But, anyway, to give a little background on you, how you found us, how you found BGS, what you do, and all that jazz.
Sure. Yeah. So I've been with BGS since about 2014. Came to Tanner's first BGS live event. And
that's right.
I did.
The SOB Summit.
Yes. Yep. And so that was exciting. Flew from Spokane, Washington to Florida and went to that and ran into a lot of cool people there. And honestly, been following you, Tanner, ever since then. So I think I was your very first ecom insider customer, or one of the very first ecom insider customers.
You were one of the first, yeah.
Yeah, and then just been on board ever since. Have launched 4 different brands since then. Launched and sold 4 different brands since then in various niches, from AR-15 supplies to essential oils. So kind of cross the gamut there. And decided to shut down the essential oil store in like September, October of last year, just because it wasn't my favorite niche to be in. And then talked to Matthew Stafford, and he said that he's looking for, some people to come on and help with revenue optimization. And because of my background, my history in business and whatnot, he thought it'd be a good fit. And it was just a great timing event. So, gave me the opportunity to come on board and learn just a lot about how to actually optimize a store. Because I was more on the other side of it. I was at Facebook ads and automation and marketing, but didn't know a lot about the actual optimization of stores. I'd learned a lot through Ecom Insider, but there's a lot more in-depth stuff. And so I got to come on board and learn how to do that. And then I became a revenue optimization expert and had a client that has had incredible results with that. And then started talking to you, Tanner, and now I do a lot of the working on a lot of the courses and training, online training for ecom people. So that's what I'm doing now.
Cool. So a little bit more on that. Jeremy's kind of been that guy that's always, like, I forgot he's been there since that event, but he's always been around. And even when he was a customer, and we don't consider our customers, we consider our customers family. But even when he was at that level of the family, he was still more like a team member. It's always like, hey, if I need something, oh, hey, Jeremy will get it. Jeremy can do it. Jeremy will help, or he'll help any member or anything like that. So he was a natural fit when we brought him onto BGS. But we've also, like, as a store owner, as a store optimizer, as a revenue optimization expert, he's phenomenal. But what we also realized was that Jeremy is also very gifted at teaching and breaking down what he does. And he's consumed enough of my training in the way that I break things down and teach and do things, that he was able to really model that in between the way that he does it with the way we do it, and produce a very, very good way of training and teaching people. And he actually enjoys it. So now he's in both worlds of the build, grow, scale world. He's on the optimization side, but he's also on the information marketing and content side, where we produce training based on what we do on the amplified side to teach other business owners how to do everything. So Jeremy's kind of like the jack of all trades when it comes to BGS, but it's awesome that I get to work with him more, because now I've got someone who can create training and quality training the same level, if not higher, than what I do. So it's really awesome to have him helping me with that. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about something else Jeremy's really good at, which is giveaways. So Jeremy, I guess the first thing is let's talk about how you figured out this whole giveaway thing. How does it work and why should people use it? But before we get to the why, let's talk about the how and what it is.
Sure. Yeah. So actually, I had done a giveaway originally with my essential oil brand because honestly, I didn't know a lot about essential oils when I first started. So I needed to find a way to get people to get on my list. So I came up with the idea of a giveaway, but I didn't do it at the time. I didn't do the giveaway the right way. I did the giveaway the same way that everyone else does giveaways, which is basically just have people sign up for a giveaway and then pick a winner and then forget about your list. Pretty much. That was make an offer, say, hey, here, Rebecca, whatever Smith is the winner. And those who aren't winners, here's a discount to my store. And that's pretty much how everyone runs giveaways. So I did that. I had actually forgotten about that program until I came to the new BGS Live, the 2018 version, and talked to you, Tanner. And I was having a really hard time with my store to the point where I was getting ready to just quit. I was so done with it, and I would just talk to you, and you're just like, dude, you know what you're doing, so pull your head out of your butt and figure something out. And I literally went back to my hotel room right after that, head down a little bit, and just happened to randomly open up my mini chat message or my mini chat bot. And I had something like 2,000 something subscribers or something in there. And I was like, oh, well, that's weird. That must be left over from that giveaway I did, a couple of years ago or something like that. And I sent them an offer for $10 jewelry. So I picked like a bunch of items I lowered the price to $10, jewelry items around my store. And over the course of the next 3 days, just that one message had generated $2,700.
Pretty awesome.
And in
from a dead list.
Yeah, to a dead list. And so I came to you the next day and I was like, dude, like, this is what happened. Check out the sale. And sales were coming in as I was talking to you. I don't know if you remember, but
yep, I do remember that.
Ching,
yeah.
Ching. And you're like, dude, you have to teach this. You have to show people how to do this. I'm like, all right, well, let me go back home and see if this actually works. Like if it was just a fluke or if I can repeat this process. And so I spent the next couple of months actually going and repeating the process and really dialing it in until I had a system that was basically flawless. It worked gangbusters every time, to the point where in September, I didn't run any giveaways at all. I didn't run any Facebook ads at all, and still managed through just emailing the list to bring in just over $6,000 in sales, with no promotions, no nothing. And so, yeah, so that's how that kind of came to be.
That's awesome. So I want to touch on one thing, because like I'm kind of known to do that. And it'll be like, oh, cool, you learned something, now teach it. But that's kind of what Ecom Insider, our main grow and scale program that we have, is built around. Whenever a member has a success, whether it's following our training or something else they figured out or whatever, we encourage and actually expect them to teach it and share it to other members, because in our membership, it's a family. Like we all look out for each other and we help each other. And we believe a rising tide raises all ships. So it was not weird for me to say, hey, Jeremy, you should teach that, because yeah, he's got something that works. We want to share it with everybody else. And then together we actually refine it and make it better. Jeremy just took it off the deep end and actually turned it into a specialty of his. And so now we're going to really, I'm going to deep dive into what he's so good at and explain it all to you guys so you guys can leverage it. All right. So we kind of went over the, how it worked for you, but let's talk a little bit about why people should use it. I mean, obviously you threw some numbers out there that were like, people are like, oh, I'll take $6,000. Like that's a good reason, but why really should they be using giveaways?
So it doesn't seem obvious to everybody, but if you're running ads, you know that Facebook is very unpredictable. Instagram's very unpredictable. Google's very unpredictable, and they can shut down your ad account at any time. They can choose to give you a huge ROAS one day and a horrible ROAS the next week. I mean, there's just no consistency to it. And if you talk to any experienced marketer and you ask them, what would you do if you had to start over from scratch? They would always say, I would build a giant list of people. giant list of customers or prospective customers. And I would, or if they already had a list, they'd say, I would just email my list to get the money. And there's so many big marketers that's actually happened to them. You know, their advertising went down or something bad happened and had to rely on their list to go get some revenue so they could feed their families.
True.
And so the benefit of the giveaway process is so the way that I structure it, on average, I was getting a 97% opt-in rate on my giveaways. So that means out of 1,000 people, 970 people were giving me their name, email, and phone number.
That doesn't suck.
It doesn't suck to get the giveaways, you know? So that gave me, and essentially we'll talk about this in a little bit, but essentially my lead generation was free or profitable actually. And so I was getting paid to generate these leads that I now have to the tune of currently a little over 30,000 leads that are interested in essential oils. So I can do a lot of stuff with that list. And so essentially people need to do this because it's a free way to generate income that you can constantly email and message offers to.
Absolutely. Totally. All right. So what niches or business types can leverage giveaways?
Only essential oils.
Only essential oils. So guys, sorry, if you're not in the essential oils business, giveaways won't work for you.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that I've used it myself in other niches. So
right. So niches that I've used it in are AR-15 accessories, print on demand, supplements. I have clients or customers that have dog supplements, that have hula hoops, that have CBD. It's a great strategy for using giveaways to promote items that you can't actually promote with ads. We can get into if you'd like to, but I don't know of a niche that you can't use giveaways to promote. There's several 8-figure, almost 9-figure brands that use giveaways as their front end. They structure them a little bit differently, but essentially the giveaway is their traffic generator to make all their sales. So I can't think of a brand or a product.
I don't think of one that wouldn't work either. I mean, I guess, you could probably even make it work with something as boring as toilet paper or paper towels even. But realistically, if your product is that boring and generic that they can just go to the store and pick it up, probably not as exciting. But the more passionate or impassioned your audience is, the more likelihood that the giveaways are going to be effective. The tighter the niche you're in, the more effective giveaways usually are.
Yep. And it's a great way to break into competitive niches as well.
That's a good point too. Yeah. And we used to do a variation on this. So before Jeremy and before messenger marketing was a thing, we did giveaways. This was back in the Facebook organic days when organic traffic on Facebook was actually a thing. We would build several 100,000 person lists doing giveaways to an autoresponder, similar to the method that Jeremy did, only we were better at monetizing the rest of the list afterwards. And it was massively successful. And that's how we would go into a new niche. We wanted to be in dogs. We would go to build a pit bull giveaway. We would go build a Doberman giveaway. We would go build a wiener dog giveaway, Dachshund, whatever you say, call those dogs. More like a snack, but they still technically are dogs. But yeah, we would just break into any niche we wanted to by doing giveaways like that, because once we had the list, we could sell them anything we wanted and we could test products to see if we really wanted to be in that niche. So super effective from a testing standpoint as well. But testing is only part of it. So that people can actually make some pretty good money in this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of variations and ways that you can make money. One of the ones is what you said, by testing products. But I, to the tune of, around $300,000 before I shut down the essential oil store, just in giveaway, just using giveaways. And so it's a great way to scale up a new store, or to just add an extra revenue stream to your current store. Once you have that list of people, you can really do anything with that list. You can send them test offers. You can get their opinion on new product launches, see what they think about it. You can use that traffic for affiliate sales. I did thousands and thousands of dollars with other affiliate brands that sold products that were related to mine, but not the same. Also broke into CBD using that as well. So using that list. So it's a great way to if you have a niche, if you have a list of people that are related to a certain niche, you can pretty much sell them anything related to that niche.
Very true. Now, I know as people are listening, they're like, yeah, you can make a lot of money. Yeah, it might work. But I've always heard that giveaway leads are crap. Like they're poor quality leads. What do you have to say to that?
Yeah, it can be true, actually. So there is I call them the freebie seekers. They're the people that don't really care what they're signing up for. They just want to win something for free. And there's actually a moment where I actually saw my item that they had won through the giveaway on Facebook Marketplace. They had actually taken the giveaway item that they won and sold it, and were selling it on Facebook Marketplace. And that happens. And there's not really any way. There's garbage traffic that you send directly to your store too.
Very true.
The difference is, and there's ways that you can segment it, but the difference between sending someone directly to your store, the majority of the time, let's say you have a 3% conversion rate, which is actually double what the average is industry wide. You have a 3% conversion rate, 97% of that traffic you're sending to your store, is wasted. You don't even get their contact information. So there's no way to contact them again. The difference between mine is that with a 97% opt-in rate, which is the other end of the spectrum, maybe some of those people are garbage. But maybe some of those people that are garbage, I can nurture into making customers down the road. So through, info emails, or just nurturing them through other offers and stuff like that. So eventually they could become a customer. But through my giveaway strategy, I actually, for mine, I actually segmented people right as soon as they entered my giveaway. They would get a follow-up message that said, "Hey, thanks for entering the giveaway." Mine was for essential oils. So how often do you use essential oils? And I gave them 3 options. This is all through ManyChat. Every day, occasionally, or I don't use them. Okay. So the people that said every day and occasionally, I kept them on my list. People that said I don't use them, I asked them a follow-up question. It would say, okay, are you interested in using them? Or are you interested in finding out more information about them? Or did you just want to win something? I was just straight up. And the people that said I just wanted to win something, I would tag them through ManyChat. And if they hit the button that said I just want to win something, they were tagged and removed from the list.
Yeah, so you're weeding out the guaranteed freebie seekers right off the bat.
Yeah, and the people that said I want to learn, I'd send them information, and if they engaged with the information, then I would keep them on my list. But if they'd never engaged with it over a certain period of time, I would eliminate them as well. So I'm not sending offers to people that have 0 interest.
Yep. So we've talked about a bunch about the giveaways and stuff, and I know the next thing I want you to do is kind of go into the setup of it. But why don't you, from a broad 30,000 foot view, before we get into setup, just describe the components of a giveaway and how they fit together?
Sure. So typically you have an offer. Obviously you have your giveaway offer, the main product that you're giving away. And then with mine, you want to have a couple of upsells as well, because the point of this is to make money on your lead gen. So you want to have some items that are kind of like a free plus shipping type deal. So you can offer as perceived shipping cost, right? Acceptable perceived shipping cost. $12.95 for shipping for a necklace probably isn't well accepted.
Probably not. Yeah.
But then you want to have your funnel where you can walk people through your process, and then have your bot sequence where you're able to keep people up. You need your email autoresponders. You need your ads, retargeting ads, your Facebook ads initially to get people to enter your giveaway. So there's a lot of components. There's a lot of pieces that you need to fit together to make the whole ecosystem work. And then you need to find a way to automate the majority of it.
Gotcha. So with those components, like let's kind of go into a little more. Like, so, okay, we have the giveaway, which could be like get our essential oils starter pack or whatever, which we're going to give away, or our best-selling bundle we're going to give away to 1 lucky winner or 10 lucky winners or whatever. They opt in there. Now, are they opting into a squeeze page, like a traditional opt-in page, or are they opting into a like a ManyChat bot on like a Facebook ad opt-in?
So initially they come into it's both actually. So initially the way that I've set it up is they actually comment on the ad, and with ManyChat now you can set up automations where it automatically, based on their comment, will send them a Facebook message. So you go in there, they comment, you say something to the effect of, hey, if you like this, if you want to enter this giveaway or you want to win this, diffuser or essential oil starter pack, just say essential oils below, or just say lavender below, or whatever. And based on that word, they get a Facebook, or they get a mini chat or a Facebook message that then confirms that they want to enter the giveaway. Yep. And then that sends them a link to the squeeze page. And then they enter through that. They go through your system, upsells, cross sells, etc. And then that sends a trigger to MiniChat telling MiniChat that they entered the giveaway, which then you can start sending the automation messages.
Gotcha. So whether they actually go to the squeeze page or not and opt in, they're still in the MiniChat sequence. And then if they go to the funnel and opt in, which is what you tell them to do in order to actually register, they'll opt in. That adds them to the autoresponder sequence. And then after they opt in, they're shown the first of the upsells.
Right.
And then if they buy the first upsell, which they actually have to enter their credit card details, the second upsell is actually a true one-click upsell.
Correct.
Got it. Yep. Okay. And then there's messages going out via email as well. And then there's also ManyChat messages going out.
And SMS.
And SMS. Okay. See,
so I
got to dig in a little bit, and we're getting more stuff out of you.
Yeah. I hit him with all. So that's the one thing that nobody can ever, they just like can't believe that I get name, email, and phone number at 97%. They're
that's
like,
insane.
That's insane. But you need all that because depending on the modality, people respond, especially depending on their age, they're going to respond to different,
Very true.
different modalities there. So whether it's email, SMS, or phone or messenger bots. So.
Okay. Well, we kind of went a little deeper in the 30,000 foot view than I was planning on, but now let's go ahead and get into whatever else we missed in the setup. So let's go ahead and talk about how you set up your giveaways.
Sure. So usually what I do is I find a couple different items that I think would make a good giveaway. And first I usually test those things out. So I give my audience the opportunity to kind of vote on whether they think they would like to win that. So if you have a current audience on your page, I usually would say something to the effect of, I'd post a picture of it and say, hey, we're thinking about doing a giveaway for this item. What do you think? Would you want to win this? And if people are saying, yeah, I'd love that, blah, blah, then I would say, okay, that'd probably make a good giveaway item. But if there's no response to it, then I would say, they probably aren't that excited about that. So there's no really price point. So people always ask, like, what's a good price point for a giveaway? I've done giveaways for items for as little as, $50, and I've done them for as large as, $200 and some odd dollars. So it's all up to you, but you don't want to do a giveaway for
value. Right.
Perceived value. Yeah. Yeah. So people probably aren't going to get too excited about if you're giving away like a $5 necklace. They're going to be like, not too much excitement. They're not going to want to share that with a lot of people. So it does have to have some sort of value to it. I usually say at least $50, somewhere around there. But then if I get a good response for that, then I set up the Facebook ad, or I set up a Facebook post. I schedule it though for usually about a day after, because I need a day to set up all the mini chat sequences. So I set up all my autoresponders, my mini chat bot, the comment trigger, the whole thing, get the whole bot set up. And then once that's all set up, then what happens essentially is the Facebook post sends to my page, and I get a bunch of organic leads first, or a bunch of organic comments. Because I had, when I first started, I had about 9,000 or 10,000 people on my page, and got up to closer to 30,000 people. But still, you'd get 60 to 70 initially that are commenting saying, I want to join the giveaway. Then once you have some social proof behind that, you have some comments and likes, some engagement on that, then I would turn that into a Facebook ad, either a PPE ad or a messenger, click to messenger ad. Both work really well, and start getting some virality on that post. And then it would just go crazy and leads would just start flowing in. Do you want to kind of know the process of what happens after they enter?
Yeah. So like I enter, what happens? How do you get my money? If let's say we already talked about the upsells on the opt-in. Let's say I pass on that. How else are you going to get my money?
Yeah. So if they pass on the upsell, so I'll go through the upsells really quickly. So what happens is they enter the giveaway. It says, congratulations. According to Facebook, you have to offer a prize to everybody that enters the giveaway. A lot of people don't know that, but you have to offer some sort of prize to anyone that enters. And so what I would do is I'd say, hey, congratulations on entering the giveaway. Here's the drawing, et cetera, the drawing times, et cetera. Just for entering, you win a free prize worth $19.95 or $14.95 or whatever. Show a picture of it. All you have to do is pay for shipping. So if you'd like to claim your prize, just enter below. So if they enter, great. They have a choice to pick from 1, 3, 5, or 10 of the item. So whether it's a necklace or a bracelet or whatever it is, they can choose up to 10. That's the way that I do it. If they choose that, then they go to the next page where they can either get, I set it up 2 different ways. So they can either get 50% off the giveaway item. And that came through feedback from customers. They're like, hey, I really want this item and I don't really want to wait to win it. So can I just get a discount on it?
Yep.
So I use that to set up that last page where they can actually get a 50% or what 35% discount on the actual giveaway item. So they don't have to wait. But then I got the idea to actually offer a subscription item. I sold essential oils. Why would I just sign people up to keep on buying them? And so that when I added subscriptions, that got a 40% take rate.
Nice.
So over the course of a few months, I got 287 subscribers, between between $10 and $40 a month. So that was a good little system that I put together there. So if you're looking for subscribers for your business, that's a great way to do that as well. But if they said no to the offer, then they'd get, obviously you set up your pixels properly and you can set these up in ManyChat and in Facebook, but if they don't buy, within ClickFunnels, you can say, hey, if they entered the giveaway but didn't take your offer, send them an email or send them an SMS message or and then you can set up your Facebook ads as well. So I would just retarget based on the action they took or did not take.
Gotcha. Okay. Very cool. And then what's happening via email?
Yeah, via email, they're just getting basically a confirmation that they entered the giveaway. They get they're getting a coupon code as well to use right away. So, hey, it basically says, hey, thanks for entering the giveaway. Here's when we're going to do it. Just for joining, you get, you're going to get 20% off our store or whatever. Mine was always 20%, but you're going to get 20% off the store. Here's some of the items that we offer in the categories, and go check that out. They'd get a series of emails that would just kind of remind them that they get a discount. Or if they obviously didn't buy the main product, it would say they'd get a follow-up message that said, hey, you only have, 30 minutes left to get this, bracelet for just the cost of shipping. And it wasn't fake scarcity. If they came back to the page after 35 minutes, the button to buy the bracelet would be gone. It'd just be a blank page. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. All right. So how often can you actually use this? Like, I mean, it's obviously once it's set up, it can just run, but like how often can you do giveaways without, having issues?
Yeah. So I did my giveaways once a week. So
a different giveaway or the same giveaway?
So the way I set it up, I would do the same giveaway for the same item for the month. So the item changed every single month. So every week I'd give away, let's say that I gave away, this essential oil diffuser. I have it right here, but it's plugged in. So I give away essential oil diffuser. But I'd give away that particular diffuser for the whole month, but every week. So every week on Saturday or Sunday, we'd have a Facebook Live giveaway. And I always do my giveaways live. And I'd do the Facebook Live and make some great sales during that live and continue to grow my list week after week after week, but I just change out the product every month. Gotcha.
So, but your giveaways were short term. So they, instead of like running like a continuous, thing, you actually had a start and an end date that was very short, and then like a weekly, and then would run it again and again. What was the benefit of doing it that way versus like an ongoing, we give away every week kind of thing?
Well, for me, it was what was the purpose behind changing up the product? You mean, or?
No, why run short giveaways instead of just like one big long, like never ending giveaway?
I just like to switch up the variety, because people will relate to different products. So depending on the item, I'd get different customers. But I just like doing the short little blips, because I would get essentially a weekly sales burst every single time I do a giveaway. The problem with traditional giveaways is they'll say, Tanner Larsson, you won the, magnetic firearm carrier. Congratulations. And everyone else gets a 10% discount on this item. and a small majority of people will take it. The cool thing about the live giveaways and having them weekly is people literally could not wait to show up to the giveaways. And people would, I mean, some might have like 2,000 or 3,000 comments for a 40-minute giveaway. Just
really,
the engagement is insane, and you can sell right on the spot. And the way that I teach people to sell is you can actually set it up all automatically through ManyChat based on the comment trigger. So if you were to say, hey, right now we're selling this, essential oil supplement, whatever. It's going to be 30% off 10 minutes. Just comment, whatever the essential oil name is on. Just leave this comment. Automatically send them a Facebook message with a link to the deal. And so you can.
So as long as you know what your trigger words are going to be in advance, and you set all that up, you can just basically go down a list and say, okay, comment when to get this one. Comment buy this. Comment I like green on this one.
Exactly. Yeah, and
they
the
get
software
a unique link each time.
What's that?
They get each time they comment with a specific word, they get a specific URL or page for that word.
Yep. And the software that I use, I could actually set up all my words in advance. And so all I'd have to do is just click a button and it'd scroll the keyword across the screen. And so they wouldn't have to guess the spelling or anything. Yeah. So it would just say comment lavender, and then so whatever the deal was had a trigger word, and it would scroll across the screen. They'd trigger it and start buying. The cool thing is when you're on your cell phone, you obviously have your Shopify turned on, and you can hear if people are buying or not. So if people didn't buy, I'd be like, all right, well, we're going to take the next 5 minutes, and I'll call the next name in 5 minutes. And so that's how I typically did it. Is I'd call 3 names, I'd choose them from my list. And if those, you had to be live to win on my giveaway.
That's a good piece to add. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're not live on the giveaway, you don't win. I don't care if you showed up 5 minutes before and then left. If you're not there when I call your name, you're not winning. And so a lot of the times I'd call the name from the list, and I use a tool called Random Number Generator. So I just go type in, if let's say 1,000 people were on that particular giveaway, I just type in 1 through 1,000. Random Number Generator picks out the name or picks out the number, and then I'd associate that with a name on the Excel spreadsheet. And if they were there, they'd win. If they wouldn't, I'd actually choose somebody from the Facebook Live. And so I usually took about 5 minutes in between each name for people to go and shop.
Gotcha. So what were you doing during that 5 minutes? Just talking about essential oils? Just
talking about essential oils, answering questions, telling people to get off my feed if they were being rude or whatever. It's like, it's me. So I just, not always the nicest, but yeah, the crowd was really responsive. So, and gaining a loyal following.
So I want to point out one thing that he mentioned about the random number generator. That is a critical aspect of doing any kind of giveaway. The giveaways have different rules in different states. There's all kinds of things like that, different countries, whatever. But one of the consistent ones across the way is how are you actually randomly choosing the winner? Because otherwise there can be a bias, and they can imply a bias. They could say, well, you didn't really randomly choose that because you just went down the list and stopped on a name. Like, even though that is random, it doesn't legally protect you random. So saying I use this random number generator to pick the number, and then I go to the list and you show that, hey, it was completely random, you're protecting yourself from a legal standpoint when you do the giveaways.
Yeah. Very good point. Yeah, that would be a big point of contention too with people. Like, how are you choosing the name? Like, you choosing the pretty girl that's on the screen, or the old lady, or the person with diabetes or whatever. Like, what's your criteria? So that does protect you from being biased. So
gotcha. So that's they win there. You pick your winner. You only have one winner per week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that you got the winner.
Really nice, and then I'll pick more, but usually it's one.
Gotcha. Okay, so we were there, and then we've talked a little bit about selling on the live, and cool. So you're making money there. You made some money on the upsells and things like that. They've got a chance to buy the same item for 50% off. Like, there's multiple areas to sell. But what about all the people on your list, all the leads that didn't win? What do you do with those?
Yeah, so they immediately get a Facebook message right after the giveaway that says, "Hey, let's congratulate Gina Smith. She was the winner." And I usually tell a story in my message. So I said, you wouldn't believe the drama that happened. I picked one person and I didn't think they were there, but they actually were. And so I tell a little bit of a story to kind of bring them into what happened, invite them to watch the giveaway if they want, and then say, hey, not only did you miss the live giveaway in the winner, but you also missed some really good deals that were happening on the store. So I want to be able to pass those on to you. They're only good until tonight at this time. So would you like to see the deals? And they'd say yes, or they'd say no, but if they say yes, they get another mini chat message that has the links to all the
deals from the live.
From the live. Yep.
Got it. Okay.
And they'd break them down. And then they would buy or they wouldn't, but I'd send that offer a couple more times throughout the next couple of days, and they'd be able to have the opportunity to get those. So if they ended that night, I would stay true to my word and say, sorry, you missed the deals, but maybe here's something else you can take advantage of. But if I didn't put a timeline on it, then I would usually message them, email and mini chat them over the next couple of days.
Gotcha. Cool. So guys, what you're hearing right now is a somewhat complex in terms of the setup. It's not hard to do because you're using ManyChat. You're using like actual platforms that allow you to automate a lot of this using autoresponders, page builders, things like that. Obviously your Facebook ad account. So the actual task of putting it together is relatively simple once you know how to put it together and automate all the pieces and everything. And the cool thing is that Jeremy, like we were talking about earlier, has actually mapped this out into a complete training. We've actually turned it into a full-blown course. So it's called Ecom Giveaway Profits. Now, Jeremy has been gracious enough to offer that at 70% off through the Build, Grow, Scale company. So if you want to grab this course or learn more about it, see some training on like how he actually does it. He actually has a replay training where you can actually kind of see what he's talking about and learn a whole bunch more about it. Go to buildgrowscale.com/ecom-giveaway-profits. I know it's a little bit longer, but if you're on YouTube, I'll make sure it flashes up on the screen when you're watching this. If you are on an iPhone or whatever, or audio or just listening, it is buildgrowscale.com/ecom-giveaway-profits. Okay. And you can always come back to the episode. If you need this episode, go to buildgrowscale.com/podcast and you can get it. And there'll be a link right there as well. Highly encourage you to get this training. This is a multi-module training broken down into really, really deep dive training on step 1, do this, step 1, do this, step 2, do this, like A to Z, how to build out the giveaway. He really doesn't leave any stone unturned on this. And it's a massive, massive profit center for you to add on to an existing business. It's a great way to jumpstart a new business or test new products. And obviously us talking about it on a podcast, trying to teach a complicated subject of automation and things like that, it's going to be tough for you guys to really know exactly how to put it together step by step. No like requirement to buy or anything like that. If you just like the information, that's great too. You can still learn more at buildgrowscale.com/ecom-giveaway-profits, ecom-giveaway-profits. There's an actual video training there on the page where you can learn a whole lot more about the giveaway strategy. You'll learn the basics for sure. So maybe enough if you're super, techie, you can figure it out from there on your own. And if you do that, great. We're proud of you. We're happy for you. But if you want more training, if you want to know all, really shorten the learning curve of what Jeremy took a long time to figure out, then grab that course. It's about 70% off right now. And you guys can take advantage of that special deal because Jeremy, I guess, likes you guys, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And the cool thing about the training actually is I'm constantly updating it, so it's not out of date. Mm-hmm. And I've just added all of the mini chat templates. So all you have to do is all the sequences that I've spent hours and hours and hours setting up. You literally just click them and install them into your mini chat bot. Oh,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Almost like a share funnel, but except in mini chat, right?
Yes. Yep. Exactly.
That's awesome. Well, cool, guys. So again, that URL one more time, I'll make sure it's on the screen if you're watching on video, but if you're not, in case you want to write it down, buildgrowscale.com/ecom-giveaway-profits. All right. So that's the URL to grab that course if you want. And if not, no sweat either way. We just wanted to make an offer to you guys in case you wanted it, because this is a complicated subject and it's pretty exciting, but if you don't know how to do it, then doesn't matter how exciting it is if you can't figure it out. Right. So with that, guys, we've covered a lot today. I'm glad you were here to join us. If you are on iTunes or Stitcher, just leave us a review on that platform. And then if you're on YouTube, make sure you leave a comment and subscribe. Also subscribe on iTunes or however you're listening to this podcast. And if you need the show notes or you want to access other episodes or whatever, not sure where to get that, you can go to buildgrowscale.com/podcast and get everything you could ever want about this show and all our previous episodes. With that, hope you like it. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you take some action and run some giveaways. And then I want you to report back and tell us how you did. Maybe we have you on an episode where you can share with Jeremy and I how you use the giveaways to grow or build your business. All right. So with that, guys, we'll see you later. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next episode.